Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. I quickly wanted to come on here and explain the series that you are currently watching, the series that is about to occur, or the series that I am starting on my channel, and this is the first episode of that series. Basically, at the beginning of this year, I decided I want to become better at watercolors, and specifically urban sketching and illustrating. So I wanted to make a video series of my journey through that process. And basically, I'm not very good yet, but you know, that's okay. We're learning, and this is what this series is going to be. So yeah, I think that's all I need to say on that part of the video. Quickly, I'm gonna go over my materials that I'm going to be using. Let me grab my pens. Where did it go? Sorry, my studio. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to, these are all, there's hot glue all over. These are the materials I'm going to be using today. I have my sketchbook here. I actually made this sketchbook, so I can't leave a link to it, but the paper inside of it is Canson XL watercolor paper. I'm going to be using my Ticonderoga, I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure, erasable pencil in Carmine Red 425T. A Sharpie pen, and then for my watercolors I am using my Winsor Newton Cotman watercolor 12 pocket sketch palette. I will have all this linked in the description box below so that you can access it along with the paper that is inside my sketchbook. And this is a 6x6 sketchbook, just in case you want to know the size. I will also have my reference photo linked in the description so that you can get that as well if you want to paint it or sketch it. And I think that is all I have to say. Okay, so I'm starting off this sketch with, or this painting, or whatever you want to call it, by doing a rough sketch in my red pencil. I use a red pencil instead of a graphite pencil because I think that it blends in with watercolors a little bit better. So after I ink over it and then erase it, if there's still some left over, it won't be super distracting when I put watercolors. Yeah. Also, I need your guys' help. I don't know whether or not to leave in this sketching part because it's kind of long, and this is like the foundation of the whole painting or piece, so to me it's really important, but I don't know if it's just boring because it's not very pretty, and it's pretty rough because I go over it with ink, so I don't really worry about it looking great. Yeah, so let me know whether or not you like having this sketch part in, whether or not it's helpful for you. I don't care either way. Also, do you like these videos to have a voiceover or no voiceover? I think I prefer having a voiceover just because I think I learn more knowing the process behind the piece. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So I'm gonna shut up now and let you guys listen to music. Now that my preliminary sketch, I guess, is over, I am taking my Sharpie pen, which is water resistant, and inking all over it. I keep this pretty loose and kind of scribbly because I think that it just looks better if it's a little bit more messy. It feels a little bit more free and loose and easy going. I don't know. I kind of like to keep my paintings feeling casual. I don't know. I just it's just my style, and I think this type of painting looks better when the lines are a bit messier. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's just, going over everything, all of my lines, and at this point I actually in my red pencil I will draw everything, but there's usually other things covering things, so I have to avoid some things that I have drawn before, if that makes any sense. So basically just finalizing lines. I don't go over all the lines because not all the lines are shown in the actual piece. I have no idea if that makes sense. So if you're doing this at home, like I said before, the Sharpie pen is water resistant, and I know that micron pens are water resistant as well, and so that's something you really want to test out before you ink your drawing. Otherwise, when you use watercolor over it, it'll be a mess, and I have done that quite a few times where I did not test the pen to see if it was water resistant, and I had a mess on my hands, and I was really bummed out because I liked my sketch. So make sure that if you are not using a Sharpie pen or micron pen, to either look up if it's water resistant or to test that out. Okay, now that I've got all my lines inked, I'm just going over everything with an eraser to get rid of all of those red lines so that none of them show up in the painting. Okay, so sorry about the sudden camera angle change. My makeshift tripod fell over on me, so we had to change that. But I'm just starting the watercolors now by blocking in this main color of the wall, and I just went ahead and painted over, even though there's greenery on part of that wall, I just painted over because that part is going to be darker than the wall. So just to make my life easier, instead of painting around things, I just painted everything. Yeah, I'm not going to talk through this whole video because it's fairly self-explanatory. Right now I'm just mixing a color, that's why it took so long. But yeah, it's just painting things in. And yeah, I'm such a good explainer of things. Anyway, yeah, explainer is not a word. I'm so good at explaining things. But yeah, so not sure what else I'm supposed to say. Oh, also, I stopped the camera to let my big puddle of bushes dry, and then I finished the piece without realizing my camera wasn't on. So I am going, after I finish all the painting, I do have a follow-up of the finished painting, but there was maybe 5 minutes of touch-up work that I did at the very end that I forgot to record. So sorry about that. But yeah. Okay, let's just, yeah, okay. Yep. I'm so bad at this. So here is the follow-up. Just gonna quickly show you guys the finished piece. Here it is. I actually really like it. It's not the best, but I think it's really cute. So I took that tape off, and so you can see it gives you that nice straight line, and I really like that. I think it looks more like a finished piece. And I think the only thing I didn't do on camera was add these little darker dot details to make this look more defined and more like individual leaves rather than like blobs. And that is the end of this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future episodes, and I will catch you next week.